Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Sunday, June 25th. So it has been a minute, right? I've not done a video since Tuesday of this week. So if you saw my community post, I had said that I was going to try to go back to, the OG of this channel and do a video once a week on Sundays. So let's talk about that for a minute. When I first started the channel, which next month will be 7 years that I've had the channel. When I first started, I did a video once a week because that's what everyone else was doing. And then there was a period of time where I did a bunch of tutorials for cross stitch because I wasn't diamond painting for first 2 years of my channel, something like that. So I was doing it once a week, and then I did the tutorials, and it just kind of spilled into me doing a video every day. I mean, I would say for a good year or two, I did literally a video every single day. And my boss has started working almost solely for one company, and they really try to book her 4 to 5 days a week. So my work schedule has increased where I don't have as much time off as I was having. And this week, I find it increasingly, I was feeling immense pressure to record every day and feeling just exhausted trying to get the video done in the morning before work started, because normally my jobs will start 9, 10, 11 in the morning, and then cannot depend on the job ending early enough for me to be able to do a video. And in all honesty, even when a job ends at 1, 2, or 3, I really don't feel like doing a video at that point. So I said, all right, I have to figure something else out here. So we're going to try this. And I'm hoping it works out. Because then what I do is I will pile up on my desk in here what I have purchased through the week, which, is going to vary, obviously. Any diamond painting kits I need to unbox, it's all going to be in the one video. And then, of course, I'll show you my progress on diamond painting and stitching from all week. But I also have this notepad where I'm going to make notes all week about stuff that I want to talk about, because things will pop into my head here and there. So grab a drink, get your diamond painting, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that I want to show and talk with you about. So thank you to everyone who commented and was very supportive. When you do a channel, I don't care what the subject is, many people cannot resist giving you their opinion in the comments, good or bad. Yeah. Okay. So first off, I bought some new t-shirts, and I bought them from Temu. I had not purchased anything from them ever yet. And I'm really funny about my t-shirts. Like, they have to be soft. And so I bought, I think it was 4 of them. And I only paid $32 total for all 4 for graphic ones, which I thought were pretty good. So this one, absolutely love. Dolly Parton. Yeah. So I got this one, and I got a Stevie Nicks one. Really nice though. I really like them. Because I wash all my stuff before I wear it. So highly recommend if you want to order clothing from Temu, like t-shirts. Highly recommend. Very, very, very pleased with it. Okay. And also in the realm of not being so exhausted with doing a video every day and all of that, I also decided, and I've done this now for about 2 weeks, I have put all of my notifications on my phone to silent except text messages. So any app like Instagram, Facebook, anything. If anyone sends me a message through Facebook, a message through Instagram, the notification will pop up on my phone, but it's silent, so I don't hear it. So I know when the phone dings that it's a text message. And text messages, for me, especially for work, can be vital, can be emergent. So that's why I still have that set. And it has been a nice little game changer because I'm not looking at my phone every 2 seconds. Yeah. So when I have a minute and I specifically set that time to sit down and check Facebook, Instagram, I'm consciously making that decision to do that instead of hearing the ding and feeling obligated to look and respond to whatever message it is. So I would recommend that if you're trying to, get away from always being on our phones, right? Okay. Primrose Cottage Stitches. So I'm a subscriber to their newsletter, and they came out with, and I want to show you, I have it in my email. They came out with a fresh lemonade kit. So they have a pattern that's called Fresh Lemonade, which is very cute. But they have a kit you can buy to make it into a pillow. And they even did a tutorial on YouTube, which is fabulous. So I'm going to show you the picture of the kit. So it includes that all of that fabric and the rickrack and the twine and all of that. Very, very cute. And I was like, it gave me an idea. If I wanted to stitch that, because I do love their patterns, I could recreate that pillow on a scrapbook page and frame it. Meaning, I could take scrapbook paper that is like the striped and then the green on the side, cut it, stitch the piece on perforated paper, and then just tape it all, glue it all together. Yeah, I really am thinking of doing that. I've never tried something like that, and I think it could work fantastic. So, love, love, love. Yeah, I love the pattern. It definitely screams summer. And I love lemonade. We know this. I make my own lemonade now. So that was very, very cool. And in stitching, I got to pull up. I'm going to talk about a book here in a second. In stitching and trying to think about how I'm going to get stuff on the walls and things like that, I may do some things like Lacey does. Lacey stitches a lot of gifts for people. And I get it now. I get it because how much stuff do you need on your walls, right? And I was looking at Etsy the other day because Etsy is my favorite place for cross stitch patterns. They have so many amazing, cool patterns that you can buy on there and have immediate access to them through PDF. But I saw something I would like to stitch for my boss, but then on the other spectrum, I'm like, I don't know how these people are about hanging stuff up in their house. Not everybody wants stuff that doesn't match their decor, things like that. So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I get it now. Lacey just stitches because she loves to stitch. She loves to do it. Okay. So what pattern subject? Leave it down in the comments below. Everyone's got a pattern subject for cross stitch who does cross stitch that you always love the patterns. You can't resist, right? For me, it's coffee patterns. I literally, when I go on Etsy and I put in coffee patterns, I have like 25 in my cart. I love the stitch coffee cups and the steam, and I don't know what it is. I love coffee, but absolutely love and can't resist a coffee pattern. So what is your favorite subject? Let me know down below. I'll be very curious to read your responses. Okay, TV when stitching. Black Mirror. I finished all 6 episodes. Holy crap. The last episode was a little out there, but still entertaining and good. But all of the other ones, especially the first 3, holy fucking shit. Like, wow, 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 wow. And I watched a movie not last night, the night before, called A Beautiful Life on Netflix. It's dubbed, but it's dubbed well. And it's about this guy who's a fisherman and he winds up becoming a pop star. And it's really good. And I even downloaded one of the songs from it on my YouTube music thing. Okay, ice cream. And this is just an idea that I've had for a while. So, and I know I told Bill, I said, I can't be alone in this, right? When I get ice cream like Ben and Jerry's, anything that's got stuff in it, I get the ice cream for the stuff, not the ice cream, if that makes sense. And there's never enough stuff in the ice cream for me. I want to say the ratio, of like chocolate chips or hunks of cookie dough or a hot fudge or caramel or something. I want to say in most ice cream, the ratio is probably like 80-20 or maybe 70-30, right? Meaning it's 70 or 80% ice cream, 20 or 30% toppings or stuff in it. I told Bill, I said, I need to make an ice cream where it's like the opposite, where it's like 70-30, 70% stuff, 30% ice cream. He was like, it would be $20 a pint. I said, but I would pay that. I'm telling you, I'm dead serious. The times that I get ice cream, I would pay for something like that. I would pay more money. Nobody out there does that. Not that I've seen. Yeah. And then I was sitting there and I'm like, what would I call my store or my brand? And the name I came up with was Just the Good Stuff. Because that's what it is, right? It's just the good stuff and a little bit of ice cream. When I go and get a hot fudge sundae at McDonald's, because I've done that, I literally just eat the hot fudge and whatever ice cream gets on it is what I eat. Then I throw the rest of it away. I know that's just one of my little interesting little quirks that I have. Okay. Friday, Charlize passed her driving test. So thankful. And I actually talked to her that night. So I was stitching. Bill went to bed early. I was stitching and I stitched till about 10:45. And I was sitting there and Charlize had texted me and I texted her back. And then she calls me and I'm like, it's 11 o'clock here almost. I talked to her for an hour. And that went on my gratitude list for this week, my relationship with her, because, she's 18, I'm 49. So, but we have the same sense of humor. And we were just laughing because we were looking at magnetic bumper stickers for the car. Oh my God, some of those that are out there. So funny. And we were just dying laughing. And so she was telling me about the EMT class, just about all kinds of stuff. So yeah, very, very grateful for the relationship that I have with her. And yeah, just grateful for that. Okay, books. I have put a bunch of books on hold at the library that I can read through my Kindle app. And I started a book today that I got, which is from Reese Witherspoon's book club pick. And let me know down below if any of you have read this. It is called Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. I'm through like the first 2 chapters and holy crap. Okay, so here's the premise of the book. Can you stop a murder after it's already happened? Late October, after midnight, you're waiting up for your 18-year-old son. He's past curfew. As you watch from the window, he emerges and you realize he isn't alone. He's walking toward a man and he's armed. You can't believe it when you see him do it. Your funny, happy teenage son, he kills a stranger right there on the street outside your house. You don't know who, you don't know why. You only know your son is now in custody, his future shattered. That night, you fall asleep in despair. All is lost. Until you wake up and it's yesterday. And then you wake again and it's the day before that. Every morning you wake up a day earlier, another day before the murder, with another chance to stop it. Somewhere in the past lies an answer the trigger for this crime and you don't have a choice but to find it. Holy crap. I am fascinated with time travel because I don't know anyone that wouldn't wish to go back and do something different, right? Like, I love the movie Sliding Doors with Gwyneth Paltrow. I loved the book, The Time Traveler's Wife, and the movie. Fascinated. So I've gotten through the first chapter where the murder happens, and then the second chapter when she wakes up and realizes that it's the day before, and she's like trying to get her bearings, like, what the hell is happening? I'm sure this book is going to be so good. I can't wait. And I'm just thankful I was able to get it from the library for free, right? Love my library very, very much. Okay. There was a post on Facebook. I check Facebook periodically for posts to talk about on the channel, right? And we've talked about this topic a handful of times. But there was a post in one of the stitching groups that I belong to where the person said they've been stitching for 30 years on Aida or Aida, whatever, Aida. I say Aida. And they said they've been watching YouTube and it's causing them anxiety, which right there, red flag, right? Watching YouTube should not cause you anxiety about a craft. And she said it's causing her anxiety because a lot of the videos she watched say if you switch to even weave and linen, your stitching will look prettier. This topic has been talked about like ad nauseum. So I wrote a couple little notes. Number one, you do you. There is no cross stitch police. There is no, you have to stitch on even weave or linen, or you can't sit at our table. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. Like, it's just so, you want to talk about not being inclusive. Like, come on. Number two, just me personally, I feel like stitching on Aida makes my stitches look neater because Aida is a little bit stiffer than even weaver linen. Even weaver linen is softer, looser, the tension, right? And then number three, there are purposes for even weave and linen. The purposes for even weave and linen really are good for when you have to do over one, like people that like to do mirabilia skin over one, or if you have weird backstitch maybe, and I'm going to show you what I mean by weird backstitch or unusual backstitch on the Be Happy piece that I'm stitching. And then if you're going to do fractional stitches, this stuff you can do it on Aida, but it's harder because to do a fractional stitch on Aida, you have to pierce the center of the fabric of the square. It's much easier on even weave or linen. My favorite even weave is Lugana. I personally don't care for linen too much, only because of the slubs and the unevenness that linen can have. Even weave is fantastic. But there is a time and a place, I feel, to stitch on Aida, which we're going to talk about because I ordered a piece of Aida from Fiberlicious. Yes, I did. And stitching on perforated paper. I mean, yeah. No anxiety, people. This is supposed to be a fun craft. Do what you want. Can't stress that enough. Okay, that was all my notes, except I've started to also do like a gratitude list where if something really sparks in my brain, I'm going to write it down, tally it up for the whole week and read it to you guys. So I only had 3 things because I just started, like I said, Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. Charlize and our relationship, I had that on there. Someone in the bingo game sent me an item that I needed to complete in the room without wanting a trade. Like, you wouldn't think there would be drama in a game, but there is. People don't want to give up their extra items in these rooms unless you want to do a trade. Me, I'll just send it to whoever needs it. I don't really, I'm not too concerned about that. And this person on the bingo game sent me this item without any needing a trade, and I was very grateful. I was very, very grateful because it let me complete the room. See, on the bingo game, the rooms are cities. At least the non-seasonal rooms are. The rooms are cities, and you have to get 12 items in a city to complete the city and get credits. And the items are attached to a bingo card. So you get 4 bingo cards, and on one of the items, it might say it's item number 8 if you get bingo on that card. So if you get bingo on that card, then that fills the slot number 8 in your inventory. And you're trying to complete the rooms. I mean, it's a game. So there is a purpose, there is a goal. But people get angry over this game. No, I play in the morning for enjoyment, for just something, to work my brain. I like playing bingo. Yeah. And then the other thing I had written down was I was able to find pajama shirts on eBay. So just like with anything else, I'm very particular about what I like for my pajamas. I had bought a set of pajamas at Costco that were Calvin Klein. I loved the shirt. The shirt was like long sleeve, like Henley type shirt. Hated the pants. Bill had actually bought me before we went on the cruise a bunch of sets of pajamas where I loved the pants, didn't like the shirt. And I said, you know what? Then I go on to Amazon to try to find the Calvin Klein pajama sets so I can get some more shirts, and they're like $40 a set. No. So I said, you know what? I'm going to look on eBay and I'm going to see if I can just buy the shirt. OMG, there was a seller that was selling all of the shirts. So I was able to buy 2 more shirts, which is all I wanted. And the shirts were only $10 a piece. Hell yes. So thankful. And they fit and I love them. And yeah. So very thankful for all of that. All right. Now, when I have been stitching, I try recently to not try to plan or think too far in advance as far as stitching projects, because new patterns get released and then I change my mind and I want to stitch something else, right? But I have, 2 projects. We're going to talk about this one first. So I love Heart and Hand, the Trilogy, Bent Creek, all of their little patterns, right? I had seen this one. I forget where I saw it. And I didn't have it. And it's pretty old. Like I couldn't get it from 123 Stitch. So I found it on eBay. It is Heart and Hand's Monthly Mania June. I love this one so much. First of all, it's a dragonfly. But these are all like Smyrna stitches. Love that. So I bought this thinking I was going to stitch it on perforated paper using Sulky. Now, I'm not going to stitch this word June because no purpose of that. Instead, where this word June would go, I am going to put these little flower buttons. This is a flower button that I got from Just Another Button Company. And I think I'm only going to need 2. So I ordered 2 more from Just Another Button Company. So very cute. Their buttons are really cool. And then I pulled the colors. I pulled the DMC colors. This is how I do Sulky. I pull the DMC colors and then I go to my Sulky cabinet, which is right there on my bookshelf, and I try to match. So these are the colors that I came up with. A green and a green. And then 2 pinks. Love these. And I'm going to stitch it on 18 count perforated paper. And I'm going to mount it on this in the center here, because the green will go with the green, right? So I'm going to mount it on the center here and completely cover that with scrapbook paper. So the scrapbook paper I'm going to use, I really yesterday took some time and did this. This piece is going to go here on the bottom. Let me try to hold that up there. I'm going to cut it where it will cover that. And then I'm going to do this one to mat it. and then have my stitched piece on top of that. I think it's going to look fantastic. And I got this from the dollar store. So it cost me $1.25. I'm pretty sure I did. No, I can see it on the back, Hobby Lobby. But I know when I got this from Hobby Lobby, it was probably on clearance because I always look in their clearance section. So I probably only paid a couple dollars for this. But absolutely love that. And I think it's going to look so cute because on, I want to say this wide, it's like 5 by 5, maybe. On perforated paper, stitching this, it only works out to be like 2.5 by 2.5. Like it's small. But by the time you add in the 2 pieces of paper and all of that, it'll work out to 5 by 5. So there is that. Now, I have had my eye. Jill and I have talked. At one time, there were all these temperature sals coming out, right? Where you get the temperature for that day in your area and you're stitching a flower or you're stitching something, and whatever the temperature is, it corresponds to a color of floss, okay? There was one temperature sal that really caught my eye. And it is, who makes it? I want to say it's Teeny Weeny something on Etsy. I'm going to find it. I'm going to, because I bought it. Of course I bought it. Teeny Weeny Cross Stitch. Teeny Weeny X Stitch. I will link it down below. But it is a Magic Potions temperature sal. I mean, look at that. Okay, so each shelf is a month. So like this top shelf is January. And in January, there were 31 days. So each bottle is 1 day. And I was like, this would be so cool to stitch. Because first off, though, if I did this, it would be an entire year project because you're only stitching 1 bottle a day. On days where I'm really pressed for time as to get in stitching time, how awesome would it be to say, oh, I only have to stitch a tiny little bottle, right? And I am turning 50 next year, okay? I had the idea starting January 1 of next year to stitch the temperatures from the year I was born, which was 1974. And I was like, wouldn't that be a neat memoriam of my birth year, right? And then I would spend the whole year of me turning 50 working on this. Now, the fabric. There is a Facebook group for this seller. I joined it because I wanted to see what everyone else was stitching theirs on. And some people stitched it on lighter colored fabric, but 90% of the people that have done this stitched it on black or something really dark. And I'm like, man, I mean, look at it. What I love about it too is that, you know, she added other little elements according to like the season. Like there's, look, so for October, there's a little pumpkin on the shelf. Yeah, it's my favorite temperature sal that I've absolutely seen. And so I went on to Fiberlicious because I love her fabric. And let me show you the fabric I ordered. I ordered a piece of 14 count Aida because this is like 180 wide by 300 long. Yes, indeedy. But yeah, I'm going to show you. I want to say it's called Midnight something. Fiberlicious. Just bear with me for 1 second. But what's awesome is that when you buy the pattern, her guide gives you the range of floss colors according to the temperature. So it is very self-explanatory. Okay, this is the one I bought. It's called Midnight Splendor. I don't know if it's going to project properly on screen, but we're going to try. See how it's like dark? It's darker. It's much darker than it's showing on the screen. It is more like a dark blue or black with hints of blue and green. It definitely is not. There's how it is a little bit. Yeah. So it takes like 4 to 6 weeks for her to dye fabric because she's a one woman show. So I wanted to order it now, have it, get it, and I will show you that when it comes in. Now, also, I purchased a new cross stitch bag. For the past couple months, I want to say since January of this year, I have been using the Halloween project keeper that my friend Brooke made me, which I absolutely love it. But I wanted something that was more like a tote bag that had handles that I could carry. And so I was on the search, I was on the hunt, and I found this bag. And it is by Studio 88 West. And I'm going to show you some pictures of it because it's so awesome. Now, the bag was $75, not cheap, but will be completely worth it. So here is the front, and it has a magnetic closure. You can see that over there. I'm going to try to flip so I can show you the pictures. Nope, that was not. I know it has more pictures. Oh, come on. Okay, there's the back of it. Here's the inside. So it has over here like 2 zipper pockets. Over here it has slots for bobbins. This is a pocket that you could put scissors or something else in. And then this is like felted so you could put needles in it, right? What really, believe it or not, made me buy this one is what that little nameplate says, and I'm going to show you. It says, life is about creating yourself. Love that. Love that so very much. Wait a minute, I'm trying to get, okay. She showed a close-up picture of the bobbin pockets. Totally love that. And then in here, that's where you can put your hoop or your Q-snap. That will fit in 11 by 11 Q-snap, she said. So I can't wait to get it. It says I should have it by July 7th, which will be in time for the retreat because the New Jersey retreat is July 12th. So cannot wait to get that. And then I also purchased 2 pieces of Lugana just for smaller projects. And they came in the mail today. Not today. Today's Sunday. They came in the mail this week. This one is Whisper, which is a light gray. And then this one is New Khaki. Yeah. So like having Lugana on hand. And then let's show you progress. So you guys know I have been working on my Be Happy from Primrose Cottage stitches. And it looks like this. Now, I was to the point where I was stitching these, or trying to. I had originally picked out Petite Treasure braid to do those. I stitched one and I didn't like it. I just didn't like how it looked. And I said, okay, instead of stitching them with like floss color, I decided I'm going to put buttons there. I ordered from 123 Stitch. I ordered heart buttons and I ordered flower buttons because I don't know what I want to use. So I'm waiting for them to come in the mail. And then down here, I tried to stitch this with the Petite Treasure braid and it just didn't look right. And the color that they charted for this was one of the yellows, but I decided to do this darker gray and it turned out really good. So here's my progress. I'm actually almost done this. Minus the buttons, I only have 2 motifs up at the top and I'm finished. Isn't it so cute? And I think it looks so good with the Be Happy done in the darker gray. But I think it turned out really, really good. I'm really pleased with it. And I decided I am going to frame it. So I also purchased a frame. Yes, I have made some purchases this week. Let me show you the frame. because it is just, first of all, I was able to do a custom order. This company on Etsy that I found, again, let me take a peekity peek on my Etsy and show you purchases. The company is called Bresler Frames. And this is the frame that I found, the frame style. I just loved it so much. Look at that. So I got the teal one. See the teal one right next to the green one? I got the teal one. Now, I measured the piece. They have standard sizes of like 4x6, 5x7, but it says in the description, if you need a different size other than that, to message them because they make these to order. Like when you order it, they're making up the frame. So I measured it and I actually wanted a 5x6, not a 4x6. So I messaged them. They responded right away, did me a custom listing. I paid for it. Can't wait. Can't wait to get it. I think it's going to look so good. And they ship it with glass or acrylic. And I requested not to because I never put that on my cross stitch. So why pay for it? You know, why have them ship it? And I can't wait because they have a bunch of very colorful, you know, frame moldings in their shop that in the future that I would probably love to do. So I will probably finish this piece tonight because I only have this and this to stitch. That's it. And I'm done, besides putting the buttons on. So I'm hoping to get the buttons this week. And then I'll be able to do that. And I did do some diamond painting. So the past couple days, I did get a good bit done. I got a good bit done last night. So I'm going to flip you around and show you the progress on Mary. Right? So I was able to finish this over here. And then I'm working on the next row. So last night I got done all of this right here. So now I'm completing the rest of the square. And then I have this row and 2 more rows, and then I'll be done. And I love it so very much. It is just turning out so fantastic using the mesh roller. Now, someone had asked me a question. I switched my mesh roller. Up in the beginning, when I first started using the roller, I was using the 140.5. And then I switched to the 140, which works a lot better. That little bit of difference can make a huge difference. So for this one, I'm using the 140. And a question, they emailed me, asked me a question about sulky. Sulky comes on spools, and I'm going to show you again as soon as I get this set up. Sulky comes on spools, and they have different kinds of thread. This is 12 weight. So, and look, that emerald matches my shirt exactly. But yeah, 12 weight. And it is equivalent, as far as I'm concerned, to 1.5 strands of DMC. So it gives good coverage on the 18 count paper for sure. And I love stitching with it because it's 1 strand. It comes right off the spool like this. And the spools, the top like clicks up like Kreinik does. So you're able to easily just wind it in and keep it all nice and neat, which ticks all the buttons, right? Ticks all the boxes. Okay, the very last thing I have to talk with you about is unboxing a diamond painting that I have had sitting on my desk for like 2 weeks now almost. No, that's not true. It's been sitting here since like Monday or Tuesday of this week. It is Diamond Art Club's Windy by Hannah Lynn. Now, this week was all square releases, so I was completely safe from purchasing because I don't do squares. So, and I was okay with it. But yeah, isn't it so gorgeous? Love all the Hannah Lynns so much. I don't know why that didn't focus, why it went out of focus. That's so odd. Love it though. Okay, so let's unbox this and see what it looks like because I don't look at it ahead of time. I look at it brand new with you guys on these videos. Okay. Yeah, you know, with doing a video once a week with the channel, Please know, and I mean, obviously I've had my channel for a long time now. I really do strive to bring you guys good, consistent content, but while also keeping my sanity. Yeah. Okay, we're going to look at the toolkit. Ooh, I love the needle minder or the cover minder. The washi tape I have, but I still like it. But the cover minder, get out of here. Love anything flowers. And I don't have this one. So very, very pleased with that. Okay. All right, let's open this up so we can look at the diamonds and the canvas. Did any of you get windy? Do you love it? Because I'm thinking that the canvas is just going to be spectacular. So here is the bigger picture that I will put in my binder. It has 45 colors and it is 17 by 24. And there are 3 AB diamonds. So there is the bigger picture. I can't even with that hair. The hair and the makeup, love. Love, 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 love. Here are the diamonds. Do not pull them out of the bag before I diamond paint it. I play hell trying to get them back in there like Diamond Art Club does. Okay, I'm going to fold the canvas the opposite direction to try to get out so it's as flat as possible. So I can show you guys and we can take a peek at this. Oh man, look how big her face is. Love. Let me back up so we can, wow, gorgeous. The hair takes up like 3/4 of the piece. Are you kidding me right now? Hair, love it. So I love the palm tree on the side here, but yeah, doing the hair will be fantastic, phenomenal. She's gorgeous. I'm so glad that I was able to get it. Love, 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 love. Hannah Lynn, favorite artist. Absolutely. Okay, and I apologize. I think I just rubbed the canvas over the microphone. So yeah, if you hear like some rustling or whatever. But I hope you guys have all had a good week and a good weekend. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing. And I just want to extend another thank you to all of the people who still continue to be a patron and who have joined the channel and continue to do that. You do not know how much that means to me. I cannot express my gratitude enough for those that continue to do that, to devote your hard-earned money to me on the channel. So very much appreciated. But yes, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them in the comment section below and I will address them the best way that I can. Thank you for watching, subscribing. I will see you next Sunday in my next video. Bye, guys.